Welcome to the stream. Dylan here. Tuesday, getting ready for kettlebell class. Reminder as you join, this class is for the Place for Wellness members here in the AT&T Tower. We're currently closed. We're just recording classes from here, but if you would like to sign up and be ready to go when we open, hopefully in January, and are ready to be a member, let us know. Hi, Jess. Thanks for coming. Also, make sure you guys get your music ready at home as we can't/don't play any through the stream. And we'll give it another minute here as people roll in and get ready for kettlebell before we start with the warm-up. As always, I know everyone doesn't have kettlebells, but we can try our best to make it work with dumbbells as well. Specifically for overhead motions, some people, even if you do have a kettlebell, you may not like the way it feels when it rests on your wrists or your forearm. So feel free to substitute a dumbbell for anything that doesn't feel comfortable for you. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll have 2 sets of 4 exercises today. We'll hopefully go through each twice, as long as I don't talk too much. I know the first one I talked a lot because it's kettlebell, and I want to make sure everyone's staying safe, doing things correctly, and I was trying to give alternatives for the dumbbells. So hopefully we'll move a little quicker today. Just type in the chat if you have any questions or anything like that about an exercise. And always feel free to modify on your own if I forget to list out a modification or anything like that. All right, 12 o'clock. Get that music ready. I've got mine going here. And we'll start with our warm-up before we get into kettlebell. All right, we'll start in our windmills today. Nice and easy. Spread those feet apart. Nice and slow to start. Getting that nice deep stretch in those hamstrings. Trying to keep the legs as straight as we can. Open up that chest to each side of the room. Get a nice twist through that spine, preparing our body for any rotational movements today. Good. All right. Let's go into our arm circles now. We're going forward. Let's keep those feet moving, though, a little bit here. Just a little shuffle. Ease into that range of motion. Get those shoulders ready for any swings, any overhead movements. And switch directions. Good. Now let's bring it across the body. Arm swings across the body. Good. Now let's add our hamstring activators to that. Drive those elbows behind you. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Get in a little rhythm. Activate those hamstrings here. Drop the arms and speed it up. Just butt kickers here, but faster. Good. Then crunch up, knee up, pull the air down towards that knee with the elbows. Feel those hips activate, core getting warm a little bit. Good. All right, torso twist here. nice and controlled. Again, want to get ready for rotational movements today. Good. Let's just shake it out here. Bouncing on the balls of those feet. Let the arms hang, let them swing. Loosen up those knees, loosen up those ankles. Good. All right, give me a couple body weight squats here. Let's get some more warmth to those legs. Driving up through those heels, firing those glutes, nice active core. And right to jumping jacks. Let's finish with our heart rate nice and high here. We'll be here for a few seconds. Good. All right, let's open those hips up here. Okay, alternate legs, knee up, out, and down. If you want to do one leg a bunch, that's fine. Or if you're comfortable alternating, that's great too. Good, and let's shake it out again. All right, good. All right, hopefully we're feeling a little looser. Feel free to stretch anything as I go over our first 4 exercises. Okay, so we're going to start with deadlifts. Okay, so preferably probably 2 hands on the kettlebell. If you have 2 kettlebells the same weight, you could do 1 in each hand. Okay, so Romanian deadlifts. Then we're going to come up to, hopefully you have a box or a chair, something like that that you feel comfortable stepping on. Okay, we're going to do this on both sides. Okay, so let me remember which leg I want to step up with here. Yeah, so I want to do opposite arm, or no, excuse me, same knee and same arm go up here. Okay, and we're going to stay on one knee, one arm, 30 seconds each side. If you don't have something to step on, I want you to try, just first progression is balancing on that left foot. If you're more comfortable, bring that knee all the way up and try balancing. Maybe you don't want to balance, you just want to do normal shoulder press. Hi, Lori, thanks for coming in. We're going over our first 4 exercises here. And then we have just our normal kettlebell swings, nothing special there. And then we'll have another one that we'll have to do on each side. So we're going to do a kneeling. Actually, we can keep it in the air. We'll do a in the air chopping motion. Okay, we'll do that each side as well. So deadlift, our step and press up combo, our swings, and our chop motion. I'll obviously remind you of everything when we get there. I forgot my stopwatch. I'm terrible. How many times I do this? I'll be right back. All right, here we go. Deadlifts to start. These will be, everything's timed again. So again, don't get any number of reps set in your head. Do as many reps as you can with good form until I say to stop. Deadlifts to begin with. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Remember, nice soft knees here. We don't want to lock those legs out. Always want to have a little bit of cushion in those knees. Send the hips and butt back. Chest and chin fall. Weight follows those shins. Drive those heels into the ground and fire those glutes. Make sure we're not letting that back arch on the way down. Keeping those shoulder blades and shoulders back. Core engaged. A couple more reps here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Make your way to your boxer step if you have one. If not, you're just going to try balancing on one leg. We're starting with right leg up, right arm weight. So if you have your step, step with the left, pushing knee drive and press with the right. All one side right now. 3, 2, 1, begin. Step up with the left, press a knee drive with the right. If you don't have something you want to step on, try just bouncing on that left leg and doing some stationary presses. I will let you know when we go to the other side. If you are stepping, make sure we're stepping up with that left leg the most, minimizing that push off with the back foot. A couple more here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a few seconds, work the weight over to the left side. So now we're stepping up with our right foot, driving the left arm and knee. 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, if you don't have a step, balance on that right foot. Some nice controlled presses. Couple more here. Drive that right foot into the box. Minimize the push with the left. 3, 2, 1. Good. Kettlebell swings next. Nothing's fancy. Normal kettlebell swings. If you're using a dumbbell, hold it by the underneath the top of the head of the dumbbell, holding the dumbbell vertically. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Couple reps to get up to full motion. Okay. Got to build up some momentum because remember, our arms aren't doing much work here. It's all that momentum from driving those heels into the ground, firing those glutes, snapping the hips, squeezing the core. Important to make sure we're not overextending at the top. It just should be a really tight glute squeeze, and then you're finishing nice and upright. Eyes follow the kettlebell. That'll help you with that hip hinge. And we only want the kettlebell going up to eye height, okay? Don't need it going way up here. Keep that going. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. All right, now, if you have a dumbbell, you want to hold it by the ends. For us kettlebell people, really hold it whatever's comfortable for you here. Upside down, whatever. I like holding it handle up. We're going to start here in a left foot forward, right foot back staggered stance. Kettlebell starts on your right hip. Rotate, control down. The straighter you can keep your arms, the more we're going to challenge that core because the weight's getting away from our body. 3, 2, 1, begin. Left foot forward, right foot back. Right hip to high left. Don't drop that weight down. Notice how I didn't just drop it. Nice and controlled. Pretend like you're throwing something that way, okay? And then controlling it back to that hip. Throw and back down, controlled. You can let that torso twist. We want that twisting motion to happen. 3, 2, 1. Take a few seconds. Switch your stance. Right foot forward, left leg back. Starting on our left hip, finishing high to our right. 3, 2, 1, begin. Exhale out, inhale, load it up. Constantly feel that connection with the core. Constantly be squeezing that core. Give me a few more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Good. Nice job. Quick rest here. Quick rest. And we'll do it all again. Reminder, it's deadlifts. Step up with single arm press and knee drive, swings, and then those chops. This time, on our step ups, I want it to be opposite knee up and opposite arm. So when we get to them, we'll start again with the weight in our right, but I want left knee opposite to go up with it. So just to preface that before we get to it. A few more seconds to rest here, and then we're back to our deadlifts. All right, let's get back to it. Deadlifts. 3, 2, 1, begin. Soft knees. Hip hinge as the hips and butt go back with a tight core. Shoulders pulled back. Not letting that weight go into our toes. Keeping it in the midfoot towards our heels as we drive up and fire those glutes. Pull that belly button towards the spine so you know that core is engaged. Rep it out. Feel that glute squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, back to your box. Okay, if you're not using your box, you could still do a standing knee drive, or maybe you want to try that balance on the right foot. So again, this time we are stepping up with the right foot with the weight in our right, driving the opposite knee this time. Last time we did same side knee up. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Right foot up, left knee drive with a right arm press. Again, remember, we want to make sure we're stepping up with that right foot here. Right here, we want to drive into that box, minimize the push off with that other leg. Again, maybe you're just bouncing here if you don't have a step. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a few seconds, switch sides. Now we're stepping up with our left, driving with our right knee, left arm shoulder press. 3, 2, 1, go. Right foot up. Oops, sorry. Left foot up. Right knee up. Left foot, left arm up, right knee up. Remember, this can be a dumbbell right here too. Just picture a dumbbell. Almost there. 3. Last one. 2, 1. Good. All right. Kettlebell swings. Normal kettlebell swings here. Nothing fancy. 3, 2, 1. Begin. Couple reps to get up to full range of motion. Remember, our arms aren't doing much work here. Our arms are just there to guide the kettlebell. Have your eyes follow the kettlebell up and down. That's going to help you with that hip hinge motion. It's very similar to the deadlift here. Just a little more explosive because we want to get that weight moving. 10. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. Finish with our chops here for the end of our first set. Okay. Left leg forward, right foot back. Weight starts on our right hip. finishing up into the side on our left side. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, begin. Remember, we're not dropping that weight down. We're controlling it right back to that hip, and then we're feeling that core twist. The hips can twist too. That's completely okay. Everything shouldn't stay facing forward here. Okay, it's rotational. Rotate with that spine. Tight core. Couple more on this side. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a few seconds, switch your stance. Right foot forward, left leg back. Starting on that left hip now. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, pretend like you're throwing something this way, like a side toss. 10. Try to keep those arms as straight as you can. Here, the right arm's probably going to bend a little bit. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. 1 minute to rest here, and we'll get into our next 4. All right. As you guys rest, I'll go over our next 4 here. Okay, we're going to start with holding the kettlebell goblet position. If you have a dumbbell, you're holding it on each end. Squat, two-handed thruster. Squat, use the legs to help you, okay? So not a strict shoulder press here. I want you to use the legs to help you move that weight. Okay, next, I'm going to grab a yoga block. If you have one, great. You might not. If you have a book or something, this one's good just to get some more range of motion. We're going to do renegade rows. So I want you to try from the high plank as much as you can. If you ever need to drop to your knees, obviously that's okay. It is okay to open up the chest just a little here to get that more range of motion with the yoga block, especially if you don't have a yoga block. Okay, and we're just going to stay on one side, still trying our best to keep those hips pretty square. They're going to open up a little bit, but we want to be challenging that core just as much as that row. We'll get that on each side. And then we're going to do what I call a suitcase swing. So it's going to be a single arm swing with it. We're going to need a narrower stance so we don't clip our knees, and making sure those knees aren't collapsing. Okay, a single arm swing, but it's going to the outside of our body. Okay, and then we'll have a core exercise, Russian twist. So those are our 4. So let's start in the goblet squat position. That means weight in front of our chest with 2 hands, turning that into a thruster. 3, 2, 1, begin. Squat, thrust. Okay, notice how I didn't pause at the top for the shoulder press. Full range motion squat, explode up, let your legs do the work for your arms. Hold the kettlebell, whichever way is comfortable. Again, if you have a dumbbell, you're going to want to hold each end. Again, your legs are stronger than your arms. Let your legs help you out here. Drive those heels into the floor. Keep going. You got 10 more seconds here, and then we'll get ready for our renegade rows. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take 10 or 15 seconds to get down here. Okay, we'll start on our right side. So again, we want to try from the high plank. If that's not working, or if it's too hard on our wrists, we can just go down to the knee and work on it from there. 3, 2, 1, begin. 30 seconds each side. Right side first. Again, you don't need a yoga block. I just like it for more range of motion. Okay, maybe it's too hard on our wrists here. Kneeling position. And then you'll probably for sure want something. 3, 2, 1. Good. Take a few seconds, a little bit of breather, give that core a rest if you've been in that high plank here. And we'll get back to the left side. 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, drop down to those knees if we need to. I know it's challenging, but think about your normal row, driving with that elbow, squeezing that shoulder blade. 3, 2, 1. Good. Stand it up. All right, so if you have a dumbbell, I know this probably won't be quite as easy. You maybe want to just do our normal single arm swing in between the legs. If you have a kettlebell, the kettlebell's not going to be facing this way anymore. We want that palm facing our hip. Take a narrower stance than you normally would. Okay. I like to have one arm out. And what you want to be looking for is that the knees aren't collapsing in. You're going to tip over a little bit, but I don't want to see it way down here, right? Other than that, just think about your normal deadlift, and it's a little more of an abbreviated motion. Okay? Right arm first. 3, 2, 1, begin. Narrower stance. Again, what you're looking for is that when you go down, your knees are going to want to go like this. Okay, we want to keep those knees steady with our narrower stance. And it's okay if it drags you down a little bit, but I don't want to see you way down here. Thumbs facing forward, and basically you're finishing with a thumb up. Giving the camera, giving me a thumbs up. 3, 2, 1. Good. A few seconds to the other side. Again, if you're out with a dumbbell, this might be a little harder to do. You could try holding it the long way and doing this, but probably easier to just do a normal single arm swing. 3, 2, 1, go. Left side. Again, important to make sure we're not finishing overextended at the top. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Good. Down to our mat. Russian twists. 30 seconds of Russian twist. Feel free to not add a weight here if you don't want. Okay. And then you can either go feet in the air for a little more of a challenge, feet on the ground for a little easier. 3, 2, 1. Begin. "15 seconds. Keep it going. 3, 2, 1. Good. All right. It's 12:28, so I don't want to take you super over like I did last time. So we'll stop it there with one time through. Hopefully that was still enough for you. Feel free to do it again on your own after this. But we'll take the last 2 minutes to cool down here. All right. Slow that breathing down. Get your relaxing playlist going if you want. Take a few sips of water here. Let that breathing slow down. And we'll take the last 2 minutes here to cool it down. All right. When you're ready, feel free to join me in our hamstring stretch down the middle. Letting that upper body hang nice and heavy. Not carrying any tension here. And go ahead and start to roll it up nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. Nice deep inhale, reach high. Exhale, fall off to the left. Back to focusing on that breathing. Heavy upper body, stretching those hamstrings. Hand back to center. Roll it up one more time. Inhale, reach high. Exhale off to the right. One more time back to center. Roll it up nice and slow. Reach nice and high. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Go ahead and rotate down to your mat here. I'm going in a half kneel stretch here. If you want to go up to that runner's lunge by lifting that back knee, you can. Option from here, lift if your right leg is back. We're lifting our right arm and leaning into that left leg. If you're doing that runner's lunge, you can do nice opener like so. Nice deep breaths here. Hold that as long as you need to. When you're ready, you can switch sides. Good. Let's go ahead and take a seat on your mat. Butterfly position here. Face this way. Bring those heels in, feet together. Let the knees hang heavy here. As you get comfortable, you can get a little bit of help from those elbows to get some more stretch, but don't want to force anything too hard. Good. Slowly release. We'll go both legs out. And then we're going to bring our left leg up and over our right and twist over our left shoulder. Get a little help from that right elbow to deepen that stretch on our left hip, our left glute, as well as get a little further as we take some deep breaths to loosen up that low back a bit. Slowly unwind when you're ready. Switch legs up to the right. Good. Slowly unwind, and when you're ready, make your way to your feet. Shake those arms out a bit here. Roll those shoulders. And then we'll bring it up for a cross-body stretch. Reach across, roll those wrists out while we're here. Important after holding a kettlebell and doing some high plank. Hand switch. Good, and we'll end there today. Feel free to do some more stretching on your own. Don't want to take you super over 2 days in a row. Jess, Lori, thanks for joining. Hope it worked out with whatever equipment we're using. And we'll see you, well, you'll see Anthony on Wednesday for total body strength. All right, thank you.